From fast food favorites to everyday grocery items, these foods have manufacturing processes that might make you think twice before adding them to your shopping cart. Number 1. Chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets are a popular fast food and frozen snack option, often touted for their convenience and crispy exterior. However, the process of making them can be quite unappetizing. To create chicken nuggets, manufacturers often use mechanically separated meat, a paste-like substance created by forcing leftover chicken carcass through a sieve under high pressure. This method ensures that every bit of meat is extracted, but it also includes cartilage, skin, and other less desirable parts. Once the mechanically separated meat is collected, it is mixed with fillers, preservatives, and artificial flavorings to improve its taste and texture. Next, the mixture is shaped into nuggets, battered, and then either fried or baked. As a result, chicken nuggets often contain high levels of sodium, unhealthy fats, and potentially harmful additives. Furthermore, the poultry industry's reliance on factory farming raises concerns about animal welfare, antibiotics usage, and environmental impact. These aspects, combined with the questionable manufacturing process, may make chicken nuggets a less appealing choice for your next meal. Number 2. Hot dogs. Hot dogs are a staple at summer cookouts and sporting events, but their production process might leave you feeling queasy. Similar to chicken nuggets, hot dogs are made using mechanically separated meat, which can include pork, beef, and chicken. This process involves grinding and blending various animal parts, such as skin, fat, and even organs, to create a smooth paste. After the paste is mixed with water, starch, and various additives, it is then seasoned with salt, spices, and preservatives. Some hot dogs also contain sodium nitrite, a chemical used to preserve the color and extend the shelf life of the product, but which has been linked to an increased risk of certain types of cancer. The hot dog mixture is then stuffed into casings, which are traditionally made from the cleaned intestines of animals, although synthetic casings are increasingly common. The filled casings are cooked, cooled, and packaged for sale. The use of low-quality meat, high sodium content, and the presence of potentially harmful additives make hot dogs a less than ideal food choice. Additionally, the environmental and ethical concerns associated with factory farming contribute to the reasons why some people may avoid consuming hot dogs after learning how they are made. Number 3. Processed cheese. Processed cheese, also known as cheese product or cheese food, is a popular choice for its affordability, long shelf life, and melting capabilities. However, the manufacturing process and ingredients used in its creation may make you reconsider your next grilled cheese sandwich. Processed cheese begins with a base of real cheese made from dairy products. The cheese is then melted and combined with emulsifiers, stabilizers, preservatives, and other additives to create a homogeneous mixture. Some of the most common additives in processed cheese include sodium phosphate, which acts as an emulsifying agent, and sodium citrate, which helps maintain the smooth texture. Artificial colors are also added to give the cheese a consistent, visually appealing hue. Once mixed, the cheese is pasteurized to extend its shelf life further, and then poured into molds or processed into slices, blocks, or other forms. The addition of emulsifiers, stabilizers, and artificial colors means that processed cheese often contains a significantly lower percentage of real cheese than its natural counterparts. Moreover, the high sodium content and presence of additives can contribute to a variety of health concerns, such as increased blood pressure and potential allergic reactions. In addition to health issues, the environmental impact of dairy farming, including high water usage and greenhouse gas emissions, is another reason to reconsider processed cheese consumption. Consumers seeking a more wholesome and eco-friendly alternative might opt for natural cheese from sustainable sources or plant-based alternatives. Number 4. Instant noodles. Instant noodles, a favorite among college students and busy professionals for their low cost and quick cooking time, may lose their appeal when you learn about their manufacturing process and nutritional content. To create instant noodles, wheat flour is mixed with water, salt, and alkaline agents to form dough. The dough is then rolled out, cut into thin strips, and steamed. To make the noodles shelf-stable, they undergo a frying process in which they are submerged in hot oil to remove moisture, which can lead to a high fat content. The accompanying seasoning packets often contain high levels of sodium and artificial flavorings, such as monosodium glutamate, MSG. Excessive sodium intake has been linked to hypertension and other health problems, while MSG has been associated with symptoms such as headaches and nausea in sensitive individuals. Instant noodles are also typically low in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, offering little nutritional value. The lack of nutrients, combined with high levels of sodium and unhealthy fats, make instant noodles a poor dietary choice, especially when consumed regularly. Moreover, the production of instant noodles contributes to environmental concerns. The palm oil commonly used in the frying process is a major driver of deforestation and habitat loss for endangered species, such as orangutans and tigers. Additionally, the plastic packaging and disposable utensils often included with instant noodles contribute to plastic pollution. To make a more environmentally and health-conscious choice, consumers might opt for whole-grain pasta, rice, or other more nutritious and less processed alternatives. Number 5. Canned meat. Canned meat, such as Spam or corned beef, might be a convenient pantry staple, but the process of making it and the ingredients used may give you pause. Canned meat products typically contain low-quality cuts of meat, which are ground and mixed with water, salt, and various additives, including sodium nitrite as a preservative and flavor enhancer. This mixture is then cooked, cooled, and canned under high pressure to create an airtight seal and prolong shelf life. The consumption of processed meats, including canned varieties, has been associated with an increased risk of chronic health issues, such as heart disease, obesity, and certain types of cancer. The high levels of sodium and preservatives found in canned meat products can contribute to these health concerns. In addition to the health risks, the production of canned meat has environmental and ethical implications. The factory farming practices used to raise the animals for meat production contribute to deforestation, greenhouse gas emissions, and other forms of environmental degradation. Choosing unprocessed, sustainably sourced meats or plant-based alternatives can be a more responsible and health-conscious decision. Number 6. Marshmallows. Marshmallows, a beloved treat for campfires and hot cocoa, might lose their appeal when you learn about the key ingredient used in their production: gelatin. Gelatin is a protein derived from the collagen found in animal skin, bones, and connective tissues, most commonly from cows and pigs. To extract the gelatin, these animal parts are boiled, treated with acid or alkali, and then filtered to create a clear, tasteless substance. To make marshmallows, gelatin is combined with sugar, corn syrup, water, and flavorings, such as vanilla. The mixture is then whipped to create a light, fluffy texture before being poured into molds, cooled, and dusted with a mixture of cornstarch and powdered sugar to prevent sticking. The use of gelatin in marshmallows raises ethical concerns for vegetarians, vegans, and those who follow religious dietary restrictions such as kosher or halal. Additionally, the factory farming practices used to obtain the animal parts for gelatin production contribute to environmental and animal welfare issues. For a more ethical and environmentally friendly alternative, consumers can seek out gelatin-free marshmallows made with plant-based ingredients, such as agar-agar or carrageenan. Number 7. Margarine. Margarine, a popular butter substitute, has a manufacturing process and ingredient list that might make some consumers think twice. Margarine is made primarily from vegetable oils, such as soybean, canola, or palm oil, which are initially liquid at room temperature. To create a solid, spreadable product, these oils undergo a process called hydrogenation, during which hydrogen molecules are added to the oil, changing its molecular structure and increasing its saturation level. Partial hydrogenation can lead to the formation of trans fats, which have been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. Although many margarine manufacturers have switched to alternative methods, such as interesterification, to reduce or eliminate trans fats, concerns about the health effects of these processes and their byproducts still exist. Margarine also contains various additives, such as emulsifiers, preservatives, and artificial colors, to improve its taste, texture, and appearance. Some margarines are fortified with vitamins, such as vitamin A and D, to mimic the nutritional content of butter. In addition to the health concerns associated with margarine, the environmental impact of the production of its primary ingredient, vegetable oil, is considerable. Palm oil, in particular, is a leading cause of deforestation, habitat destruction, and greenhouse gas emissions. Consumers looking for a more healthful and eco-friendly alternative might consider using butter from grass-fed cows or plant-based spreads made from minimally. Number 8. Soda. Soda, a ubiquitous and popular beverage, might become less appealing once you learn about its ingredients and the effects on health and the environment. Soda consists primarily of carbonated water, high-fructose corn syrup, HFCS, or other sweeteners, artificial flavors, and various additives, such as preservatives, coloring agents, and caffeine. The high sugar content in soda has been linked to numerous health issues, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, and tooth decay. Additionally, the consumption of diet soda, which contains artificial sweeteners in place of sugar, has been associated with an increased risk of metabolic syndrome, heart disease, and other health problems. Soda production also has a significant environmental impact. The large-scale cultivation of corn for HFCS contributes to deforestation, pesticide use, and fertilizer runoff, which can contaminate water sources and harm ecosystems. Moreover, the production, transportation, and disposal of plastic soda bottles and aluminum cans contribute to pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Furthermore, the water usage in soda production is a concern in areas facing water scarcity. Producing 1 liter of soda can require 2 to 4 liters of water, depending on the manufacturing process. Considering the health and environmental issues associated with soda consumption, consumers might opt for healthier and more sustainable alternatives, such as water, herbal tea, or homemade fruit-infused beverages. Number 9. Farmed shrimp. Farmed shrimp might seem like a more sustainable alternative to wild-caught shrimp, but the methods used in shrimp farming can be quite concerning. The majority of farmed shrimp is produced in countries with lax environmental regulations, which can result in harmful practices such as overstocking ponds and the use of antibiotics and chemicals to combat diseases and parasites. These practices can lead to water pollution, as waste and chemicals from shrimp farms are discharged into nearby rivers and coastal ecosystems, causing damage to aquatic life and local communities. Additionally, the destruction of mangrove forests to make way for shrimp ponds contributes to coastal erosion, loss of biodiversity, and increased greenhouse gas emissions. Farmed shrimp are also often fed with fish meal produced from wild-caught fish, which contributes to overfishing and disrupts marine ecosystems. Furthermore, the shrimp farming industry has been linked to human rights abuses, including forced labor and human trafficking. To make a more responsible seafood choice, consumers can look for shrimp certified by organizations such as the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, or Aquaculture Stewardship Council, ASC, which ensure environmentally sustainable and socially responsible practices. Number 10. Foie gras. Foie gras, a luxury food made from the liver of force-fed ducks or geese, has long been a subject of controversy due to the animal welfare concerns surrounding its production. To produce foie gras, birds are subjected to a process called gavage, during which a tube is inserted down their throats to deliver large quantities of corn-based feed directly into their stomachs. This force-feeding causes the birds' livers to enlarge up to 10 times their normal size, resulting in a fatty, buttery textured product. Animal welfare advocates argue that gavage is a cruel and inhumane practice, causing stress, injury, and suffering to the birds. Numerous studies have documented the negative effects of force-feeding on the health and well-being of ducks and geese, including respiratory distress, liver damage, and high mortality rates. In response to these concerns, several countries and regions have banned the production and sale of foie gras, and many chefs and restaurants have removed it from their menus. Consumers who wish to avoid supporting the foie gras industry can choose alternative pâtés or spreads made from ingredients such as mushrooms, lentils, or other plant-based sources. Number 11. Commercial white bread. Commercial white bread, a staple in many households, might become less appealing once you understand its production process and nutritional content. To create white bread, manufacturers use refined wheat flour, which has been stripped of the bran and germ during the milling process, removing many of the nutrients and fiber found in whole grains. The resulting product is mainly composed of the starchy endosperm, which has a high glycemic index and can contribute to blood sugar spikes and crashes. In addition to refined flour, commercial white bread often contains a variety of additives, such as preservatives, dough conditioners, and emulsifiers, to improve its texture, extend shelf life, and reduce production time. Some white bread may also contain high fructose corn syrup or other added sugars to enhance flavor and texture. The consumption of refined grains, such as those found in white bread, has been associated with an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Moreover, the lack of fiber in white bread can contribute to digestive issues and hinder weight management efforts. Environmentally, the production of commercial white bread can be resource-intensive, requiring large amounts of water, energy, and chemical inputs, such as pesticides and fertilizers, to grow and process the wheat. By choosing whole grain bread or other alternatives made from unrefined grains, consumers can opt for a more nutritious and environmentally friendly option. Number 12. Canned vegetables. Canned vegetables, although convenient and long-lasting, may not be as healthy or eco-friendly as their fresh or frozen counterparts. During the canning process, vegetables are typically blanched in hot water to soften them, which can result in a loss of water-soluble vitamins and minerals. The high temperatures used in the canning process can also destroy heat-sensitive nutrients, such as vitamin C. Additionally, many canned vegetables are packed with added salt or sugars to enhance flavor and act as a preservative. Excess sodium consumption has been linked to health issues, such as high blood pressure and heart disease. Some canned vegetables may also contain bisphenol A, BPA, a chemical used in the lining of some cans, which has been associated with potential health risks, including hormone disruption and developmental issues. The environmental impact of canned vegetables is also a concern, as the production of metal cans requires significant energy and resources, and the transportation of heavy cans contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. Moreover, the disposal of cans can contribute to landfill waste if not recycled properly. To make a healthier and more sustainable choice, consumers can opt for fresh, locally grown vegetables, which typically have a smaller environmental footprint and higher nutrient content, or frozen vegetables, which are flash frozen soon after harvest, helping to retain nutrients without the need for added preservatives. Number 13. Imitation crab. Imitation crab, commonly used in sushi rolls and seafood salads, might lose its appeal when you learn about its manufacturing process and ingredient list. Imitation crab, also known as surimi, is made from a paste of minced white fish, typically Alaskan pollock or whiting, mixed with water, starch, egg whites, and other additives, such as artificial flavors, colors, and preservatives. The fish paste is then shaped and colored to resemble crab meat or other shellfish, using a combination of natural and synthetic colorants, such as paprika extract or caramel color. The finished product is cooked and packaged, ready for consumption. While imitation crab is generally lower in fat and cholesterol than real crab meat, it often contains higher levels of sodium, sugar, and artificial ingredients. Moreover, the nutritional value of imitation crab is lower than that of real crab meat, which is an excellent source of protein, vitamins, and minerals. From an environmental standpoint, the fishing practices used to catch the fish for surimi production can be problematic. Overfishing and bycatch, the unintentional capture of non-target species, are significant concerns in the fishing industry. To make a more responsible seafood choice, consumers can seek out real crab meat or other seafood options that are sustainably sourced and certified by organizations such as the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC. Number 14. Prepackaged salads. Prepackaged salads may seem like a convenient and healthy option, but there are several factors to consider before purchasing these seemingly innocent greens. One concern is the potential for contamination during the washing and packaging process. Pre-packaged salads have been linked to several foodborne illness outbreaks caused by pathogens such as E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella. While manufacturers use chlorine-based washes to reduce the risk of contamination, these washes are not always effective in eliminating all harmful bacteria. To minimize the risk of foodborne illness, consumers can opt for whole heads of lettuce or other leafy greens, which have a lower likelihood of contamination due to reduced handling during processing. In addition to food safety concerns, the environmental impact of pre-packaged salads is worth considering. The production of single-use plastic containers for salads contributes to plastic pollution and generates waste that often ends up in landfills. Furthermore, The transportation and refrigeration of prepackaged salads have a significant carbon footprint, as the short shelf life of these products requires rapid and energy-intensive distribution. For a more environmentally friendly and potentially safer option, consumers can choose locally grown, unpackaged produce, which supports local farmers and reduces the need for transportation and packaging. Washing and preparing salads at home also allows for greater control over food safety and freshness. Number 15. Food colorings. Food colorings used to enhance the appearance of various processed foods can be a cause for concern due to their potential health effects and the synthetic nature of many coloring agents. Artificial food colorings are made from chemical compounds, often derived from petroleum, and have been linked to various health issues, including allergies, hyperactivity in children, and other behavioral problems. While some artificial food colorings have been banned in certain countries due to their potential health risks, others are still widely used in the food industry. Examples of commonly used artificial colorings include red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1. Natural food colorings derived from plant, animal, or mineral sources are often considered safer alternatives to synthetic colorings. However, some natural colorings, such as carmine, derived from crushed insects, can also cause allergic reactions and raise ethical concerns for vegetarians and vegans. To avoid potential health issues and support a more natural diet, consumers can seek out foods that do not contain artificial colorings or choose products made with plant-based colorings, such as beet juice, turmeric, or spirulina. Number 16. Packaged fruit snacks. Packaged fruit snacks, often marketed as a healthier alternative to candy, might not be as nutritious as they seem. Many fruit snacks contain high amounts of added sugars, such as high fructose corn syrup or concentrated fruit juice, which can contribute to obesity, tooth decay, and other health problems. In addition to their high sugar content, fruit snacks often contain artificial flavors, colors, and preservatives, which can cause allergic reactions and other health issues in some individuals. The chewy texture of fruit snacks can also pose a choking hazard for young children. Furthermore, the production and packaging of fruit snacks have environmental implications. The use of single-use plastic wrappers contributes to plastic pollution, and the transportation and storage of these products require energy and resources. For a more nutritious and eco-friendly snack option, consumers can choose whole, fresh fruits or homemade fruit-based treats, which provide vitamins, minerals, and fiber without added sugars and artificial ingredients. Choosing locally grown seasonal fruits also supports local farmers and reduces the environmental impact associated with transportation and storage. Number 17. Factory farmed eggs. Factory farmed eggs are produced in large-scale commercial operations, where hens are often kept in crowded, unsanitary conditions with little access to natural light, fresh air, or the ability to engage in natural behaviors. These conditions can lead to increased stress, disease, and injury among the birds. In many factory farms, hens are housed in battery cages, which are small wire enclosures that provide minimal space for movement. This confinement can result in physical and mental distress for the hens, leading to weaker immune systems and a higher reliance on antibiotics to prevent disease outbreaks. The environmental impact of factory egg farming is also a concern, as the large amounts of manure generated can contaminate water sources, emit greenhouse gases, and contribute to air pollution. To support more humane and sustainable egg production, consumers can choose eggs from farms that adhere to higher welfare standards, such as free-range, pasture-raised, or certified organic systems. These alternatives often provide hens with more space, access to the outdoors, and opportunities to engage in natural behaviors, resulting in improved animal welfare and a reduced environmental footprint. Number 18. Corn syrup. Corn syrup, a sweetener made from processed cornstarch, is a common ingredient in many processed foods and beverages. One of the most prevalent forms, high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, has been linked to various health issues, such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease, due to its high sugar content and potential to contribute to insulin resistance. The production of corn syrup also has significant environmental consequences. The cultivation of corn for syrup production requires large amounts of water, fertilizers, and pesticides, which can lead to soil degradation, water pollution, and harm to ecosystems. Additionally, The monoculture farming practices used in large-scale corn production can reduce biodiversity and increase the vulnerability of crops to pests and diseases. The production and transportation of corn syrup also contribute to greenhouse gas emissions and energy consumption. To reduce the health and environmental impacts associated with corn syrup consumption, consumers can opt for foods and beverages that contain alternative sweeteners, such as honey, maple syrup, or agave nectar, or choose products with reduced sugar content. Additionally, incorporating more whole unprocessed foods into the diet can help minimize exposure to corn syrup and other artificial ingredients. Number 19. Conventionally grown strawberries. Conventionally grown strawberries, while popular for their sweet flavor and versatility, can have significant environmental and health impacts due to the extensive use of chemical inputs during their cultivation. Strawberries are particularly vulnerable to pests and diseases, leading conventional growers to rely heavily on pesticides, fungicides, and other synthetic chemicals to protect their crops. These chemical applications can result in residues on the fruit, which may pose health risks for consumers. Strawberries often top the Environmental Working Group's (EWG) Dirty Dozen list, which ranks produce items based on their pesticide contamination levels. Pesticide exposure has been linked to various health issues, including hormone disruption, neurological problems, and an increased risk of certain cancers. The environmental consequences of conventionally grown strawberries are also significant. Pesticide and fertilizer runoff from strawberry fields can contaminate water sources, harm aquatic ecosystems, and contribute to the decline of pollinator populations, such as bees and butterflies. Additionally, the cultivation of strawberries often requires a substantial amount of water, which can exacerbate water scarcity in regions where the fruit is grown. To minimize the health and environmental impacts of strawberry consumption, consumers can choose organically grown strawberries, which are produced without synthetic pesticides and fertilizers. Washing strawberries thoroughly before consumption can also help to reduce pesticide residues. Supporting local sustainable growers and opting for seasonal, regionally grown strawberries can further reduce the environmental footprint of this popular fruit. Number 20. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners used as sugar substitutes in various food and beverage products have been the subject of debate regarding their safety and potential health effects. Common artificial sweeteners include aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin, which are many times sweeter than sugar but contain few or no calories. While artificial sweeteners have been approved for use by regulatory agencies such as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, concerns remain about their potential health risks. Some studies have suggested that artificial sweeteners may contribute to an increased risk of cancer, though other research has not supported these findings. Additionally, there is evidence that consuming artificial sweeteners may lead to weight gain, as they can alter the body's response to sweetness and increase cravings for sugary foods. Artificial sweeteners also have environmental implications. The production of these synthetic compounds requires energy and resources, and their disposal can contribute to pollution and waste. Moreover, some artificial sweeteners, such as sucralose, have been detected in water sources, as they do not break down easily during wastewater treatment processes. This persistence in the environment raises concerns about the potential impacts of artificial sweeteners on aquatic ecosystems and human health. For a more natural and environmentally friendly alternative to artificial sweeteners, consumers can choose natural sugar substitutes, such as stevia, honey, or maple syrup. Reducing overall sugar consumption and incorporating more whole, unprocessed foods into the diet can also help minimize exposure to artificial sweeteners and promote better health.